G'day guys, welcome back to another episode from All Four Wheeling and Adventure, part 2 of our camper trailer build series. Now today, as you can probably see, we're doing the 12 volt system on the camper trailer. How's it look? Good. Beautiful. G'day guys, welcome back to another episode from All Four Wheeling and Adventure, part 2 of our camper trailer build series. Now today, as you can probably see, we're doing the 12 volt system on the camper trailer. So before we get stuck into it, I'll just run you through what we're going to be putting in and where it's all going to go. So up the front has already been installed. We've got a 140 amp hour AGM deep cycle battery, and then running to the back is some twin core 8mm 100 amp hour cable. That will be connected up into this little fuse box. We got some 4mm twin core cable here that's going to be running to all of our accessories. We got these little switches here. They're just a nice little round switch with a plug on the back that can be disconnected, which is really handy. Digital voltmeter, so that'll be going in the kitchen area, hooked up to the battery, so we'll know exactly what voltage the battery has got. Dual USB ports here, so we've got 3 of those, so we'll be putting 2 in the kitchen area and we'll be putting 1 in the bedding area. Cigarette lighters, we've got 3 of those as well, so 2 in the kitchen, 1 in the bedding area. The LED lights, they're just these little strips here, nice and bright, nice and sleek, don't take up too much room. The tap here, so this is a brand new tap that we've got. This is like a caravan mixer tap. We got the plate here that'll go on the kitchen, so it'll sit like that, and we'll be hooking it up to this 12 volt pump. The switches that I've got are 3 amp switches. So the fridge that I'll be running, it's a CF80, and it runs, I think, at about 2.5 amp is the max draw from the fridge. This pump here is a 6 amp pump, so obviously draws quite a lot more than what the switches can hold. So we will be installing this one in underneath the sink, but we will be running it through a relay. So the fridge and the water pump will both be run off relays. Water pipes, we got the water pipes for to and from the trailer itself. Hose clamps, we got those here. We got all of our connectors, fuses for the fuse box. That's about it, I think. So we're going to get stuck into it now.
You're golden, golden, honestly you know it. Meet under the street light at the young, so I could show you. You're golden, golden, honestly you're glowing. Meet under the mezzanine just so that I could show you. You're golden, yeah, you're golden. You're golden.
Part two of the camper trailer build. So Saturday I was over at Mum and Dad's. We started doing the 12-volt system on the camper trailer. We cut the door down and started doing a few bits and pieces, but we didn't get everything done. So back at it again today, and I want to try and finish off the whole 12-volt system on the camper trailer. So let me run you through what we've done so far. Just sit down here. Okay, so we've installed the voltmeter, which is just here, so that's showing at the moment 13.5 volts. The battery is on charge with the solar panel. We got our 6 switches down here, which are quite cool, and I've put the stickers on as to what each of them are. The first one's fridge, water pump, lights, USBs and SIG sockets. So the USB ports are down the bottom here, so we've got 2 double USB ports. And then obviously fridge and water pump, pretty self-explanatory. We've got a Anderson plug around the corner for the fridge. So we've put all that in. We've started obviously wiring everything up. We've got the tap in, so that's all good to go. It's all been plumbed up. We've run all new pipes for the tank, so to and from the tank. That's about it so far, so I'm going to get stuck in and I'm going to keep wiring everything up.
I've never been here before. I don't know
Rightio guys, well that brings us to the end of our camper trailer build series part 2. And I just wanted to run through what we've put into the trailer, where we've put it, and why we've put it in. So starting up the front here, we've got our 140 amp hour AGM deep cycle battery. That's in the battery box here, all nice and secure. And that is from Giant's Power. Absolute awesome battery. And for what we're going to be using, 140 amp hour is more than enough. It's going to be absolute fantastic. Running off that, we've got our twin core 8mm 100 amp hour cable. We got two sets of those. One is running to the back into the main electrical system where everything is in the back. The other is running to the front, and I will show you that now. Rightio, so one of the twin core 8mm cables is running to the back, which will be where the main electrical system is, and that will be powering basically the entire electrical system. The other one is running to the front here. So as you can see, the 8mm cable here, it's in some split conduit tubing, which just gives it a little bit of extra protection. And it's got an Anderson plug on the end of it. Now the idea of that, this is sort of a universal multi-use sort of cable. So when we are towing, hey puppy, when we're towing, I want to eventually have an Anderson plug on the back of the car, and that will be hooked up to the starting battery. It'll essentially be a dual battery system, so I'll be able to plug the camper trailer into the car through the Anderson plug, and I'll be able to charge the battery in the camper trailer through the car while I'm driving, if that makes sense. Alternatively, when we are at camp, we're set up, the car's disconnected, and this is unplugged, I'll be able to plug in my solar panel into this plug, and that will then charge the battery through the solar panel. So multi-use plug, instead of having a heap of different plugs that do all different things, it's a plug that can do multiple things. It just makes everything a lot more simple, a lot easier, and just sort of streamlines everything. So let's head up the back now. I'll show you the, I guess, main electrical area where all the cool stuff is, and we'll go down there and have a look and show you what we've done. Rightio, so down the back here, this is where all the main electrical stuff is. So you can see at the top here, we've cut down the door as well to make room for everything down the side here. So at the top here, we've got the voltmeter. That's a digital voltmeter hooked up directly to the fuse box, which I'll show you in a second. And that shows us the voltage of the battery. Down from that, we've got our 6 switches. Now these switches are really cool. They're nice and sleek. They're sort of a flush mount switch. They're nice and small, so they look really good. And they're just a nice, neat finish, sort of fancy sort of looking switch. And when you turn them on, they sort of illuminate blue, which is really cool. So we've got our 6 switches there. We've got our dual USB ports down the bottom. Now they're a 2.1 amp USB port, so they'll charge the batteries nice and quick for whatever we're charging, so phones, iPads, all that type of thing. Around the side here, we've got our cigarette lighters. So that'll be used for the lighting in the annex or anything else that we decide to use. And then down the side there as well, we've got our Anderson plug for the fridge. So if I open this up, oh, look out puppy. So in here we've got the fuse box, we've got the water pump, we've got the relays for the fridge and the water pump, and we've got the mains pressure hose in there, and everything set up really, really nicely. So that is basically the 12 volt system set up. We got the tap here as well, which has all been hooked up. So that is a mixer. So the cold side of the tap has been hooked up to the water pump, the 12 volt water pump, which sucks water out of the 85 litre tank. The hot side of the mixer is hooked up under here to a normal sort of mains pressure garden hose attachment. So we can be running off either tank water, or we can be running off the mains water, depending on where we're camping and what's available at the time. So nice and universal, which is really, really cool. I've got the drainage hose here, which goes up underneath the sink here and then runs the water away. Got the accessory lights in here, which are for the annex, and then that back bedroom, which I'll show you in the next episode when we do go away. But apart from that, I think that's about it. Everything else I think I've pretty much covered. So really, really happy with how the electrical system turned out. And if you guys like the video, make sure you give us a thumbs up, subscribe to YouTube, jump over onto Facebook and give us a follow, and make sure you comment and let us know what you think of the videos. And I'll also post a link to episode 1 of the camper trailer build as well. So next time we will be going away. Next episode will be the first camping trip away with the trailer, so really looking forward to that. But guys, until next time, stay safe and get out all four wheeling.